Hi, friends. It's time for Young Disciples, and I want to introduce you to someone. This is Genevieve. Genevieve's my kitty, although Genevieve wasn't always my kitty. In fact, she was originally my daughter Sydney's kitty, but Sydney had to move away. And when she moved away, Genevieve came to live with us. Well, at first, Genevieve was not happy at all. She was miserable here. She would scratch, she would hiss, she even bit my husband. It was not fun. But eventually, Genevieve got used to the house, she got used to us, and she was okay. She was never really as happy as she was with Sydney, but she was fine. Well, Sydney decided to move back home. I was so excited because I thought, oh, finally, Genevieve is going to be so happy to see Sydney. But then Genevieve acted like she didn't even know who Sydney was. It was really strange. Sydney came home and Genevieve was just acting like she had when Sydney wasn't even here. Until Sydney started to play with her. She started to play with her and love her and treat her like she had always treated her. And you could see suddenly Genevieve realized, it's my best friend. It's Sydney. It's my favorite person. Well, this story really made me think about what the disciples were going through in our Bible study. You see, our disciples, they had lost their best friend. Their best friend had gone away, Jesus. He had died. Now, they had seen him 2 other times, but it was hard to recognize him. And they were fishing on this one day, and as they were fishing, they weren't catching anything. They were having a hard day. And this man came up to them and said, hey, throw your nets back out and you're going to get some fish. I promise you. They threw their nets out. Sure enough, they didn't just get a few fish. They got so many fish that normally it would have broken their nets. But because it was Jesus that did it, the nets didn't break. They ended up with 153 fish, and I'm talking big fish, okay? So they were like, this had to be their Lord. They knew it because only Jesus could do something so miraculous. But then Jesus went even further. He made them breakfast. He served them. And that's how they knew for sure that was their Lord. Because you see, the last time that they were together, Jesus had served them dinner. And they were so happy to be with their Lord. It made me think too about how happy I'm going to be. And I know you're going to be happy too when we can finally be with our friends again and the people we love most of all. For me, it's my grandma. I miss giving my grandma a big hug. And I just keep thinking about that dinner that we're going to have and how we're going to all be together and be celebrating. Would you pray with me? God, thank you for Jesus. Thank you for our friends and our family. Thank you for the disciples and what they teach us when we read about them. Lord, I thank you already for the dinner that we will have eventually when all of this is over and when we can be with our friends and our family again. Be with us as we wait. In your name I pray. Amen. Friends, have a fabulous week.